Hello, I'm Tylah Tully, and today I'm joined by Neurotech International Chief Medical Advisor USA, Dr. Bonni Goldstein. Dr. Goldstein, can you start by telling us a bit about your background and how you came to know about Neurotech and its therapy NTI-164 for neurological disorders? What drew you to the company to work as Chief Medical Advisor?
Well, it's nice to be here. My background is basically I trained as a pediatrician. I wanted to be a doctor ever since I was a little girl, always interested in science and math. And I became a pediatrician and worked in pediatric emergency medicine for many years. And then a friend of mine was ill and asked me about medical cannabis. Didn't know anything about it, started researching it, and I became really interested in the science of botanical medicine. And since 2008, I've been practicing medical cannabis specialty in California. And in 2013, I started treating children with complex and often treatment resistant conditions like severe autism, epilepsy, and so on. And many of these children are left without conventional options, and because these options don't work. Or they have side effects that are intolerable. So over the years, I've had the privilege of treating these children with cannabis-based medicine. And really what I've witnessed with these kids is just an amazing improvements in quality of life, far beyond what I ever would have thought. And I first came across Neurotech because they published a paper on NTI-164, botanical preparation in children with autism. And they had great results. The findings immediately caught my attention. I work with a lot of different products here where I practice in California, but the instability of the market has really shown me that having a standardized product that is evidence-based, has been tested in children, we know it's safe, we know it's effective. This absolutely has to be on the table for children with difficult to treat conditions.
As you said, there aren't many viable treatment options for children with neurological disorders such as autism spectrum disorder, Rett syndrome, and PANS or PANDAS. Are standardised GMP cannabinoids the future for difficult to treat neurological disorders?
I really think they are the future. I think one of the things that we have to understand about these botanical preparations is that they act through a multi-level mechanism of action. So the standard pharmaceutical type drug usually has one mechanism of action and targets that. And that can work for lots of different conditions, but these very difficult to treat neurodevelopmental disorders have multiple layers of challenges. And having a botanical product that is targeting different pathways simultaneously allows us to treat a patient without combining all kinds of pharmaceuticals and getting lots of different side effects. This allows us to target these multiple targets that need balancing, allows us to do that with one preparation. And I think it's really important that we have to just be open to this. We cannot leave these children behind. And we must understand that for some of them, what is available in the pharmaceutical treatment line is just, and many of them, I will share with you, have tried all their options. And that's why people sometimes say, well, cannabis-based medicine, we don't really know how it works. We do know how it works. It targets these multiple pathways all at the same time with one product.
NTI-164 has demonstrated excellent data across its phase 2-3 and phase 1-2 clinical trials across all its indications. What does the future hold for this drug?
Well, I think, I'm really confident that the future trials will continue to demonstrate both the efficacy and safety of NTI-164. That's what we're seeing in these initial studies. And it's also what I've seen with botanical-based medicines for the last, almost 2 decades in my practice. This safety and this efficacy, especially in pediatric patients, is so key, especially in these kids with limited treatment options. And I think really importantly, we must understand that intervening early in a child's development may not only alleviate those symptoms, but also potentially alter the trajectory in a really positive way. I have seen this where you can change a child's prognosis by intervening earlier rather than later. And that is why I think these products hold so much promise. Imagine improving a child's life, changing their future for the better. And if it's safe, it's targeted medicine, it's evidence-based. I mean, that's everything that we want good medicine to be. And we want it to improve lives effectively, and also remember too, this is compassionate care for these children who really don't have anything else.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like very important work. Dr. Goldstein, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
For more ASX news and analysis, subscribe below.